Hi guys! I want to invite you to join me today in my kitchen. Today we're going to cook Gwyneth Paltrow's famous basic go-to tomato sauce. And this you can use as a base for almost anything. It's fantastic. You can jazz it up, you can freeze it, you can put it on top of a grilled portobello mushroom, you can put it on your grilled chicken, you can put it on spaghetti squash, you can do whatever you want with it. But it's a great way to not eat out of a can. Um, if you have the time, you can go to your garden and get your tomatoes, cook them, peel them, make a nice sauce with them. But honestly, I'm just lucky that I can get you guys and, myself to add the other ingredients. So from a can, we do get the whole peeled tomatoes. Everything else we have is fresh, fresh, fresh. Let us begin. Piece of cake recipe. Now, Gwyneth calls for extra virgin olive oil, but you know me, I don't go there. I never heat up Evo. I only use regular olive oil in a pan. So you take 2 tablespoons of olive oil, put it in a large pan because you're going to end up putting everything in this pan and simmering it and covering it. So make it a pan that's something you can toast up your garlic and still put 2 28-ounce cans of whole peeled tomatoes in their juice. So what I've done is I've taken my 2 tablespoons of olive oil, put it in the pan. I've added my 6, again, Gwyneth says slice very finely your garlic, and I would love to have those skills. Welcome, my cuckoo clock. But I am not a good garlic slicer, so I squished it. And the recipe, that cuckoo's going crazy, also calls for 4 basil leaves. And what you do is you take 2 of them, chop them up, and after you have toasted up your garlic for about 5 minutes, don't burn it. Use low heat and make it nice and cooked. I made mine deliciously brown. It smells so good. Add 2 of your chopped basil leaves and saute them for a minute just to get that flavor going. And once you do that, again, you don't want to burn your garlic. Then you add your whole peeled tomatoes, 2 cans, with the juices. Just put the whole thing right in there. Oh my gosh, that's going to be so good. And this is another really cheap sauce. I got these at the dollar store. Basil's from the garden. Garlic's from the dollar store. Olive oil I had in my cupboard. The only other thing you add is salt and pepper. Portobello mushrooms from the dollar store. Super cheap meal. If you find yourself a cheap chicken, I'm telling you, cheap meal. But you're going to be making so much of this that you're going to have enough to freeze, feed your family. You don't have to be putting it on top of pasta. Now, now that I've added my tomatoes, I need to add the other 2 basil leaves. I'm just going to chop these up. This handy dandy little chopper. Oh, it smells amazing. fresh ground coarse sea salt. Fresh ground pepper. Let me find the cover. Aye, the cover is in my dishwasher. Isn't that always the case? Yep. In my dishwasher. Good time. I'll just be hand washing that. What you do is you let this simmer now for 45 minutes. And look at how fantastic it looks. And you can't imagine how wonderful it smells. But simmer it on low and come by and just break up these little tomato clusters so that when it's finally finished, you have a nice chunky tomato sauce. And again, if you want to jazz it up with something, go right ahead. You know, I usually in other recipes, and I'll put that out there, will put peppers and onions in my sauce, and or make a nice bolognese. But this is a base for anything you're going to do. It's a base for I don't know, if you want to make your pizzas during the week, something great to just have on hand in a pinch as a homemade sauce. Pull it out of your freezer. You know you made it with love. You made it yourself. You can feel good about feeding it to yourself and feel good about feeding it to your family and friends. And again, oh my gosh, on top of a grilled portobello, sprinkle a little Parmesan on there. I'm telling you, you're spoiling yourself, but you're really spoiling yourself with some amazing food. All right, guten Appetit!